Well, the great is simply great. Obviously, all the
Thanks.
nominations, all this stuff. You like. I didn't know at first that you were that guy. And I was like, the great. Oh my God, he's Peter.
Oh.
He's Peter the Third. And I don't laugh much, believe it or not. I don't watch things and go, wow, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Your character is so genius in that show.
Yeah.
That if you haven't, have you seen it, Ryan?
No, it's something I should have seen.
Yes.
You should have seen
I'm
it.
so
Ron.
sorry.
Jeez, Ron.
I've seen everything else. Not that.
Well, let me tell you something. It's just your timing and the stuff you did. I forgot that. I remember one episode where you tickle the fat guy. And you're like, I forgot what you say. You say, hey, you know, you fuck off, and you do something. You just your one-liners and your delivery and your relationship with her. It's a joy. It's just an absolute joy, and it deserved all the nominations and the attention.
It's a lot of fun to play. Because also Tony's writing, I mean, you know this, when the writing's good like that, it makes it so easy for you.
Yeah.
And then you are just like messing around, having fun and being like, okay. There's the blueprints there for you to kind of do whatever you want. And it's very liberating.
And you got to improvise?
No.
So even those little moments are not improvised.
No, I mean, I guess not the words are never improvised. I guess like the physicality and what you do. Sure, it's yours. But the framework is completely... Yeah, I think there was one day on that show, maybe in season 1, where there was a scene where a couple of us were looking out of a window at something going on. And I think there was we weren't sure if there was anything to say. And then the director was like, maybe we can improvise. So we tried a couple of things. And then they text Tony McNamara, the creator and writer of the show. And they're like, Tony, there. And he was kind of like, I think he heard or listened to what we were improvising. He was like, no. And then within like 30 seconds had like written something back that was like, this is the line. And of course it was, I can't remember what it was, but it was genius and perfect for the moment and on the money. And it was like, there is something very specific in how he writes dialogue, which is just kind of, it works. I don't know the rhythm of it, however it is, which is also a really lovely feeling, because then you go, okay, you have absolute confidence in what it is.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt. Or, you know, like sometimes when you're on set and you're like, oh, I'm trying to find something and figure this out. There's not that.
No, because you just trust.
Yeah.
And just innately, there's something inside you that goes, he knows what he's doing. I believe in this. Whatever he wants, I'm going to give him.
Which I find the same in James's writing, I think. From watching his stuff and reading, I've been like, oh, there's something very similar.
You don't need to do anything else.
There's something very similar between those two.
Wow.
Which I love as an actor. I'm like, great.
You thought of quitting acting at one point in your life?
Yeah.
When was that? When you're making Skins?
Just after the Skins, probably the first series came out, where it was like, it was quite successful in England, and it was a bit scary, I suppose. Because it did feel like people were like, it felt like life had shifted a little bit in an uncomfortable way. Because also, I guess it was all people in my age group that were watching it mainly. And it just felt like, I remember sitting inside of a car outside Marylebone train station at one point, and people like stood outside the car like watching me, and I wasn't doing it. I was just sitting in this car waiting. And I remember just being like, it was scary. It was scary. And I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah. Scary as in how?
Not scary like, oh, I'm fearful for my life. Just fearful for like, oh, am I always going to feel like watched and like, I don't know.
Yeah. You are.
Not watched on screen, but watched in life. And
right.
Felt like weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like when people come up to you and like your work and ask for an autograph?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be really lovely. Sometimes, you know what? There's lots of different interactions that go on with that.
If you're having dinner with your girlfriend or whatever, and someone just interrupts you, it's kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, not even if the it's also how people behave in amongst that. I think you see. It is at times it's a very transactional interaction, I suppose, where people come up and they want the picture.
Yeah.
There's like, and sometimes that's fine, and you can just do that quickly and whatever. And then there's other times where people can just be like, hey, like your work, have a good day, or whatever. There's different
variations.
It depends also how people come at it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of different sides of people, I suppose, in that brief interaction.